The American dream is something that everyone has heard about, but it is a mistake to assume that the American dream is the same for everyone. So how do you explain those differences? The easy answer is that people live different lifestyles. They grow up in different communities and families, which influence the meaning of the American dream. Economic status, social class, faith, and education also shape an individual person's American dream. Kimberly Amadeo's article, What is the American Dream Today?, explores the shifting meanings of the American dream really well. She begins by looking at the Declaration of Independence and argues that the Founding Fathers saw the American dream as an equal opportunity for all men in America to pursue their own happiness. She then traces the historical shifts that have both redefined who all men refers to and what happiness looks like. One of the major shifts that Amadeo highlights was in the 1920s when happiness began to equal materialism. The gaining of things, including education and healthcare, became the most important aspect of the American dream throughout most of the 20th century. Amadeo notes that only recently has the trend begun to shift back towards the original meaning of finding happiness, thanks in a large part to the Great Recession, as she calls it. She argues that financial instability allowed American citizens to focus on creating a meaningful life that is independent of material goods. She also points out that this type of happiness is actually attainable, unlike the never-ending desire for more money or possessions. Amadeo ends with the conclusion that all people have an equal and inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of their own happiness, but that nowhere is it written what happiness should look like or what kind of lifestyle everyone should live. The American dream is as unique and individual as the Americans that dream it. For this project, I interviewed my father in regards to what the American dream means to him. How would you define the American dream?
Well, I think the American dream is often about possibilities and the way that people look to the future. And I think generally it's described as wanting one generation to have success beyond the success of the previous generation.
What was your American dream when you were a teenager?
I think when I was a teenager, I thought of the American dream as having increased independence, especially from my family, and to have my own family, my own job, and to have a sense of success that was tied a great deal to making the world a better place and to helping other people.
How did you go about reaching the goals that you set for yourself?
Well, I guess I pursued different pathways, thinking that the goals that I was pursuing would actually lead me to those destinations. I think in the end, I had to go back and understand that the pathways actually gave me other advantages that I didn't understand or see at first. So education was a big part of that, and finding mentors was a big part of that. So even though I thought I might have been on a specific pathway toward a specific end, I realized later that maybe what I got out of the education and the mentoring had a lot more to do with my own personal growth rather than any particular idea of what I was going to do in the future or what career I was going to pursue.
Would you say that you've achieved your American dream?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I think that the American dream is always something that's a little bit out there in front of you, and so you're always chasing something a little bit more. And my idea of the American dream, or my own dream, has changed over my lifetime. So when I was a teenager, I thought of it more as independence. And I don't think human beings are made for independence. I think we're made for interdependence and to rely upon each other. And so I've learned more about the happiness that comes with family and community.
So in regards to family, who in your life has been the most influential in helping you shape or reshape or accomplish your dream?
So I think right now I really reflect a lot on my dad and the way that he influenced me and the way that he encouraged me at different points along the way. And he often saw the values that I had as being something that would help me succeed in the long run, but not necessarily what other people were appreciating at the time. And so he would encourage me at those times when I felt down or like other people didn't appreciate me for who I was.
Oh, hey David. Are you ready to leave for college?
Yeah, I'm all packed up and ready to go.
Well, that's good. Have you decided what you're going to major in? I know that's a big decision.
Yeah, I want to major in science so I can go to medical school. I want to become a doctor so I can help people.
Joy, someone's at the door! What happened to your key?
I think I lost it after a year or so of not being here.
Oh, well, how was college?
It was good, but I think I made a pretty important decision.
Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
Well, after being a youth minister for a year or so, I decided that I'd rather work with kids. I think it'd be a great way to help people.
I think that's a great idea, as long as it makes you happy. And I know you'd be great at it.
Thanks. I chose my dad and his American dream because I didn't know what his American dream really was, and I wanted to see how it compared with what I think the American dream should be. Before this project, I had never really thought about what my American dream would mean. I am hoping that this project will help me to figure out what is really important to me and the life that I hope to have in the future. That way, I can develop my own American dream and figure out how to achieve it.